welcome everyone to the special high tea with the late Queen Elizabeth and with Princess Diana. This is a beautiful message that I'd like to share with you. If you haven't been on my channel before, I'm Marcia McMahon, and I've been a medium and channel for Princess Diana for the last 25 years. And I'd like to show you a little bit of my artwork here. This is Diana, and this is one of my many watercolors. And then I've published Princess Diana's Message of Peace. And also, this is a collectible item now. It was published in 2003, and there's only a few left. And then there is With Love from Diana, Queen of Hearts. Now, if you're interested in Diana and biography, they have some biography, but these are books meant to save the world from a war in the Middle East that, oh my, she had it all figured out way back when. And she's still working for peace behind the scenes through me. And she's always asking us to pray for peace. And I have another person that I'd like to mention in honor of her today. My dear friend and confidant, friend, and healer, Heather Wolf from Ireland, passed away a few nights ago. And I've already had the pleasure of hearing from her on the other side. So she says she's doing fine, and she will come through with a special message at the end. But if you would keep Heather and her family in your prayers. And I also would like to mention, for those of you that are new to this group, I present these channelings usually once a month when I can. Things have been really busy and I haven't gotten back, but I operate out of the Circle of the Rose, which is a private Facebook group dedicated to the divine feminine, to world peace, and to exploring the sacred sites and messages of Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary. So I do past life regression, and I do Reiki, and I do crystal healing with Reiki on Zoom or in person. So I have sessions available. And before I get to the high tea message with the Queen and Diana, I just want to read a little bit about this last class I'm going to offer for the year. And it's called Angelic Reiki. And I'm an Angelic Reiki master, and it was given to me by Archangel Michael. And the dates are November 9th and 16th, 2024 on Saturday or Sundays from 1 to 4 p.m. Central Time, or 2 to 5 Eastern Time, and 11 to 3 Pacific. So basically, it covers a course in intuitive development, channeling your higher self, more information on the Master Jesus and Mary Magdalene. It's online via Zoom, but if you are local to the area, you're more than welcome to come in person. And here's what Archangel Michael said about this class. And this will be my 20th year teaching the class, and I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with the class, but I love teaching it, but I'm a little overworked at the moment. So he says, I and my legions of warrior angels stand by to assist earth angels wherever you are in need. Form communities of light, directing seekers to their own light within. For once the connection is made, no one can sever it. So this is advanced healing with Reiki, and it's called Angelic Reiki. So if you need more information, most of you have my email, and it's showing on this platform. It's Marsha2002 at Yahoo. So anyway, now, if you're settled and comfy and feeling in the receptive mode, just take a deep breath, and I'm going to call in the angels and Diana, and the divine feminine is already here with Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Princess Diana. And as I call them in, I feel this loving vibration of just pure light and joy. And that is Diana's signature, as well as Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene. So they're here, as well as the Queen being here. And I have to tell you that this is only my second message from the Queen, and it was a great honor to hear from her. And I've been working with Diana quite some time. So Diana, if you would send each of us your energy as we center in, take a deep breath and relax, and allow the divine feminine energies of whoever you work with, whoever your angelic beings are, to comfort your heart. For there's been a great deal of anguish in the outer world with the Middle East. And of course, just watching TV triggers a lot of people with the extreme tension around the election. So we would just send out healing in each and every heart to soothe and just take the comfort that you need from the Divine Mother. And so the Queen would like to speak now. And she always was, someone I admired, but I never expected to channel the Queen. So I imagine I'll get some feedback from the viewers when I post this to the YouTube. But she did tap me on the shoulder, and I heard her in my ear. And I know that this is verified because she knows about me through Diana. So I'll just say that I'm ever so sure that this is the late Queen Elizabeth. I've heard your call for a session, Queen Elizabeth. If there is anything that you wish to say concerning the recent news of the royal family, Prince Harry, Princess Meghan, Catherine's health, King Charles's health, and the kingdom, anything you wish to say at all, I'm here for you, and I'm taking dictation. It is I. You may call me Queen Elizabeth, as I am no longer the reigning monarch. I still feel that I am, but towards the end, I didn't have much say-so. As the grandmother of the two princes, William and Harry, I would like to see them reconcile. It is very important to the kingdom that Harry be allowed back in and re-entered into the kingdom, and the differences resolved with Meghan. A lot of this negativity was coming out of the offices of the press of Camilla, who has proven, as I warned Charles many years ago, to be quite the disruptive person to the royal family and its image. I find her very, very ill-suited for the position of queen, and Charles should have never agreed to allow her to be called Her Majesty. Charles is His Majesty now, and he should take the reins. I think it's slowly dawning on him how destructive she was toward Meghan and how she infiltrated and poisoned the feelings between Catherine, Meghan, Harry, and William. If Charles could read this message or hear it, I think it would befit him, and he would give it a second thought from his mom. As mothers always we want to achieve the best outcomes for our children. And I think Charles is really in a position now where he's seeing the thinly veiled quote unquote love story that was never the case with Camilla. She was also a climber, and I wanted her out of the picture long ago. I warned him, but nonetheless, I still want harmony for the royal family. And I think she should be stripped of any rights to the throne after Charles should pass away. I personally want to thank the British people and the American people for their loving support of my son Charles as he undergoes cancer treatment, and as well for the loving support of my daughter-in-law, Catherine of Wales. I very much approve and love William and Catherine, and I would like to ask William to have it in his heart to please find a way forward with Harry, because I do see it as Diana has seen it and foretold that there will be a place for Prince Harry in the kingdom, and he served so well. I feel he and Meghan are quite talented, loving people, and they belong together in some way that should not have had the Frogmore house taken away from them, since Harry paid the kingdom back $2 million. I am very glad and ever so pleased that my inheritance went to Harry. For some reason, I had a sense that he would need the money more than William, and I think they should pursue their dream of locating in another home somewhere near the United Kingdom, or maybe even in Northern Ireland, somewhere where they could feel comfortable and welcome without the harassment that Meghan has endured. So I send all my love to my family, including my grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and send hope that there will be room for everyone at the table. For when I was queen, I used to say before our meals that there was room for everyone at the table. And I was always very careful to include Meghan in every activity. And I think maybe a formal apology is due to her. I think she's got a wonderful sense of womanhood and leadership, and she can really serve the Commonwealth and Africa and represent those neglected areas of the world and the kingdom that really need our help. I also feel that Harry has served his country in the military well, and he deserves an apology of some sort. I love all of them, and I am with Diana from time to time, taking tea and volunteering. She is quite something on the other side, and she reigns as queen over here at the children's kingdom and those who are ailing and sick. She's also very proficient in world affairs with Marsha. And so I turn this over now to the loving, wonderful daughter-in-law, whilst on earth, Princess Diana. With love and respect, Queen Elizabeth. So we'll continue on, and we're going to call in the spirit of Diana now. And take a deep breath and send out world peace with this message, and send out peace to all the troubled countries in the Middle East. And she will mention them one by one, and also send out peace for America and peace for the Ukraine and just peace for the world. Okay. So Diana is speaking now. What a wonderful introduction from Her Majesty the Queen. I've always had great respect for the Queen and great respect for the work that you and I do for world peace. I want to say that there is the possibility of world peace coming, and peace in the Middle East soon, with a ceasefire and the return of the hostages, and this has been long awaited. I don't wish to see an attack on Iran. This was channeled a few days ago, but that is out of my hands. I have worked on the diplomatic solutions for peace, and were all given to Marsha when she commenced to agree to do this work for the sake of peace for the Middle East and for the protection of terrorism from Britain and the United States. The more the United States, as seen as an active participant and support of Israel, the more hatred she seems to endure in the Middle East, and as well of Britain. I feel with my insight and vision that has long been proven out that the situation needs our attention, our prayer, and our diplomacy. As well, the diplomacy needs to accept that there may not be a Palestinian state right away, but that is indeed the long-term solution that I have envisioned for so many years now. And as well, that whichever administration is voted into office. And so this is not a political message, but we do urge you to get out and vote, as women's rights are at stake in this election, and also the freedom of the European countries, especially Poland, Moldova, and some of the other countries, in respect to Putin. It is my position that NATO is needed in the interim until the full disarmament of all nations can be made, which will come in time with a peace plan and a future. The future that I see is coming soon, because we can't afford these terrible nuclear weapons. And Earth is being guided by celestial forces, including myself and others higher than I in the angelic realms, so it will not be allowed to happen, quote unquote, any nuclear harm. But tensions are very high right now amidst these wars. And so I ask each of you to pray for peace, as well as the energies of October have brought so much intensification of the moon goddess energies, also being affected by the asteroid and the other things have affected many people's health and different situations and scenarios. So I would just ask that you would send Marcia healing today at this time, as well as Heather and her family. We will do a session where Mother Mary and I will come in and work on your healing. I want to thank Marcia for all her dedication and service over all these years, and her undivided intention and dedication to world peace and the divine feminine for which she stands. One world, one nation, under God, Goddess, for all humanity, for all is one and one is all, and may the matriarchy appear with good leadership in this next century. All my love in a troubled time. This is Diana, Princess of Peace and the Queen of Hearts. And I send you my rose energy now. So just relax and receive the rose energy. And breathe very deeply and connect to either Mother Mary or Diana or one of your angels or guides. Jeshua is here as well. And I'm going to sign off on the recording, but you're all welcome to stay for our prayer and Reiki share. And I'd like to thank you listeners that have joined in from watching with YouTube, and to ask you to be sure to subscribe to the channel for more interesting information and select guests in the future for my work. So thank you so much for joining me. It's Marcia McMahon. It's my honor and pleasure to bring forth the Queen and Princess Diana. And if you all would stay with me who are there now.